Hello, good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Hey, my name is Yafona Tober. I welcome you to Auntie Ya's Book Corner. We've been away for a bit for the Christmas break. Now we're back 2 weeks into the new year. How is everybody doing? Before we carry on, I'm going to share a little bit about what we do on this platform. Then I'll share to groups and we will start today's topic. So basically, Auntie Ya's Book Corner, we've been doing Facebook Live, Saturday Facebook Lives on every Saturday, 9:30 MST, 11:30 EST, and then 4:30 BST and GMT. The other programs on here, or videos that you see during the week, are beauty lessons with your favorite auntie. We also have Own It with your own ornithologist and queen of Own It. There's reflections, little clips from my Facebook that I share. I also have question of the day. There's Auntie Ya's nuggets, any nuggets that apply to our daily living. It could be anger, it could be patience, friendships, and all that. There's also Pearls of Wisdom. It's a passage from the Bible that I share insights about and as it applies to life. A Word with You is a shorter version, less than a minute long, passage from the Bible that carries little nuggets that takes you through your day. Then we have Auntie Ya's Own It Academy. We provide book publishing and coaching services, life coaching, and women empowerment. So if you need any assistance, contact Auntie Ya's Own It Academy. I have two other pages as well, Beauty for a Woman's Heart. That's based on my book, my second book, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. I share things there or videos as it applies to women and the issues that we face in life. And that's all for His glory. There I share passages from the Bible and any insights that I might have. So I'm going to share to groups and then we will come back. And also during the broadcast, if I have to go off camera for a few minutes here and there, do bear with me. I need to stretch because I've had some issues with my back this week, so I can't sit for too long. All right, let's do this. Okay, that's just one thing that I need to do. I'm being very good and quiet because I've told you that I can't share and be talking, otherwise there will be a problem. Oh, is this time for the Wi-Fi to be acting up? Okay, here we go. One more and then we'll be ready to go. All right. Okay, good morning, everybody. If you are just coming on, We're back after the Christmas break. Hello, Sister Ajuodo. Welcome. I trust you and the family are doing well. Yes, so we're back after the Christmas break. It was a good break. I trust you all had some rest and, enjoyed your time with family and just a break from work if you took one. So basically, what came to my mind is because it's a new year, we as individuals, or some people, or shall I say most people, or I'm not sure, set goals, yes. Or we popularly call them New Year resolutions, right? So I thought that we might treat a topic called the path to success based on the fact that people have set goals and are trying to go somewhere. Now, the disclaimer is that I'm not an expert. I'm just like you. We're all on the journey of life, but these are just insights that I want to share. We can be very ambitious and set goals, but how we follow them is another story. So basically, this series here, The Path to Success, is just to talk about some of the habits or things that might impede or stop us from pushing on our goals, right? So we'll be doing it's a 5 or 6 part series, yeah. But we will only put the path to success on the post. You have to join us to find out which topic is being treated each week, okay? So this week, when we say success, success means anything to anybody. It has different meanings. There's a dictionary definition. I'm not going to get into that, but I'm just going to keep it very basic and say success differs from person to person. Success may mean peace of mind. To me, it might be peace of mind, or somebody might be freedom from worry and stress, or freedom from money problems, freedom from you're in a relationship and it's not going good for you, you're unhappy, and you figure that, hey, either you call attention to it and get some changes or you walk away. Not that I am condoning walking away from relationships, especially marriages, but we need to be practical and tell ourselves that we are individuals on a life journey and we were put on this earth to accomplish some goals. Some of us don't even know that we have goals to accomplish, but yes, you have a destiny here to be fulfilling. So if you're going to allow situations to waste your time, then you are not going to get anywhere. That's what we're talking about today. So success for some people may mean money. Success may mean working less hours in the week. So keep that definition in mind. And you're on the path. So there are traits that you need to put you on this journey. A lot of times we make goals. Oh, it's the first of the year. I've made my goals and here I am. But how are you going to accomplish those goals? So we're going to talk today about some of the things that can stop you. So today's topic, it's one sister. I think a sister was doing a program and I wrote this comment there and I thought, I'm doing Path to Success. Let me take my comment and make it the title for today. So it's stagnation, comfort zones. I am saying that stagnation and comfort zones are unproductive territory. So we're going to be talking about that. So basically, when you say stagnation, right? Picture this. Sometimes you see water. If you've lived in Accra, Ghana, there's certain bodies of water or little pools of water that you go and they are kind of green. It's not moving. There's no outlet for the water to move. So after a little while, you get this kind of a stench. So if you are stagnant, like you are stuck in one place, you can't move. There's no change. You are in one place. Yeah. And so what do you do, right? What do you do? It's like sometimes we like being stuck, is what I want to say. And it's hard for us to say, oh, there's something different out there that I should push and pursue. So we figure that this is it. There's nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. And you have people who will, based on their experience, they'll try to influence you and say, oh, that thing, it can't be done. Nobody did it before. I did it. It didn't succeed. It's not possible. Are you going to listen to these people? When people give you their opinions, you have to realize that it is based on their life experiences. So you need to question yourself and say, well, that is them. What is mine? What is my take on it? Because if we don't ask ourselves these kinds of questions, we'll always be stuck. Before we carry on, I forgot to mention that my co-host, Botma Boating Russell, is away. She said she might pop on for a little bit. So we'll see, if we see her, we'll see her. Yes. So I say stagnation is a situation in which something stays the same and does not grow and develop. The key words here, grow and develop. How many of us are vested in growing and developing? Most of the time, our goals are, if I can get one foot in front of the other and I can go to work, come home, come and make my fufu or bango and eat, that's it. Oh, I can work those 2 jobs and go build my mansion back home and what have you. That is us from the community that I come from. Not to say that there's anything wrong with it, but in your environment that you currently are you growing and developing as a person? Are you interested? Or do you think that you were just brought on this earth to work, as I call it, the workhorse syndrome? Ejuma ponko. You work and work. In my language, Ejuma ponko is workhorse. You work and work and work yourself to death. Yesterday, a friend of mine, we were coming from visiting another friend, and she told me this sad story of a woman who had worked herself into the grave, and her husband and kids, like, nobody paid her any mind, like. And so I'm thinking, what was the point of the sacrifice? Do things for yourself. You are not selfish. A lot of us, we are so caught, I'll make this qualifier too, we are so caught in Christianese that we say, oh, God says do this, do that. But what about you? How happy are you being so religious and rigid and saying, God said I should do this, so I should keep doing good when people are using and abusing you? No. You need to move from that place. So, there are signs that to look for. When somebody is stagnating, they are caught in this lingering procrastination of achieving their goals. They linger, they take so long. Lingering is something that is dragged out. So it means you are stuck. So you've written that you want to take a course. And you go, this course day, when it comes up and you hear people talking about, I'm interested in this too. I want to take it. You want to take it. What have you done? I have to call the school. Well, maybe when I speak, they won't even understand me. Says who? You know what? These days, when you go into public offices, they have translators. If you have a difficulty with the English language, you can ask. You can ask if you can have a translator. In the hospital settings, at least I know that that is done. But when you read public documents, for example, you see, this pamphlet or this brochure is in these many languages, and you see the languages listed there. Even if yours is not listed there, ask. Because there's a lot of Africans around, a lot of Ghanaians, and some places you might get a translator in Twi or whatever your language might be. You never know. The trick is to ask the question. We don't ask questions. We just take things as we are. You see, the timidity with which we were brought up, it's brought us to these places, and we are still afraid to open up and expand ourselves. So the stagnation that I'm talking about has become our reality. And so now we have people who are so bitter, and they wonder how some people, even some of us, have had the, should I say, the audacity or the temerity to come and sit and be able to speak boldly. I was in our sister's platform yesterday. Somebody made a comment. I didn't see what the comment was, but she responded that, the typical scenario, oh, why are you talking like that? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Why are you angry? Like, we think that we can project on people and tell them how to feel or how to be. You don't have any right to do that. If you go on a platform and somebody is talking and you don't agree with what they are saying, all you have to do is leave. There's no reason to sit around and disrespect anybody. And so the other sign to watch out for is a lack of enthusiasm to do anything. When somebody is stagnant, when you say you are going to do this, oh, well, that thing, you too, why are you worrying yourself? Why are you worrying yourself? You know? It's like, what do you mean? Why are you doing that? Oh, cry. Oh, how? And then they make these negative comments. And if you are a weak person, it will throw you off. You see, a lot of people in our community, we are caught in the traps of we move in hordes or we move in groups. We are not able to stand alone. So we are so restricted by the group mentality, group dynamic, that anything we try to do, we figure that we're going to upset somebody. Or what will somebody say? So you are stuck. You are stagnating and time is ticking by. Let me read Zacchaeus' comment. Thanks for joining us, my brother. He says, sure, we must move out of our comfort zones and not measure our capabilities based on the standards set by others. Someone not going through a situation successfully should never make us think that we can't push through it. In fact, comfort zones and stagnations are unproductive territories. I totally agree. Thank you for that comment. You know, at the end of the day, everything depends on you, the individual. If you've been watching my videos, you have probably heard me say this many times, and people will get tired of my comment, but that's a classic illustration to me or for me. These people that you are listening to, do they breathe for you? Does your life depend on them? It would if they breathed for you. If you need oxygen right now, your husband or your wife is not going to be the one who breathes for you. They will hook you up to your own oxygen tank. So keep that in mind when you are following people. My sister Ajuodo, she always makes this comment, follow people, follow people. We don't think for ourselves. This mind that God has given to us is for a purpose. We are letting it go to waste. And then, you don't have enthusiasm to do anything. You are sleeping or entertainment. Not that there's anything wrong with entertainment. You need downtime. You can watch a movie, watch a show you like. There's this show. I keep seeing them getting these awards, and I've watched them only once or so. But I thought, oh wow, I like this show. Why don't I make time to watch them? I didn't even realize that the actress in that show was the producer. Quinta Brunson. I'm talking about Abbott Elementary, if anybody knows about it. And recently in the Golden Globes, they got 3 awards. So on Wednesday, I think they come on at 10. And one of my daughters and the other one was at work. And I said, oh, let's watch it. So I watched it. So, you need downtime. You can't be so rigid, or you can't be praying all the time 24/7. This is life. You are supposed to do what you're supposed to do, but you're also meant to enjoy life. Like I've said many times, I used to travel a lot for my work. And one time I was in the city, Calgary. It's 3 hours away from Edmonton. I'm sitting waiting at a meeting, and the route, the hotel or the restaurant was on a major route that leads to one of our tourist attractions. And I would see all these RVs passing by, and all I'll see is the Oyibo, the Abrofo people sitting in it. I didn't see any Obroni in it. We don't know how to take holidays. It's work, 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 work. So my other comment is that a lack of stagnation. We do other mindless activities. Do you have to go to a party every Saturday? Do you have to go to a funeral every week? Do you have to buy clothes for all these things? Those are mindless activities. They are unproductive because the money that you are using, you could otherwise be investing and doing something productive. That's my opinion. Yes. So I'll ask this question then. How do we overcome stagnation? When you are stagnating, you are bored, you feel listless, nothing, when people talk to you, all that comes out of your mouth is negative. Everything is negative. It can't be done. It is this, it is that way. And, pretty soon you become a wet blanket. Nobody wants to be around you. Yeah. So how do you overcome it? Let's talk about it. This is a difficult one to take, but I'm going to put it this way. Don't fight it. Walk through it, because everybody goes through it. We get to a stage where you go, what do I do next? Yeah, we look, you can be on the up and up, right? But sometimes you go, oh, I've done this, I've done that, what next? And then you are bored. You sit there, walk through it. Ask yourself, maybe you've been doing the same thing. It's time to branch out and do something different. Yeah. Walk through it and then implement changes. All this comes with a willingness to, are you willing to do it? If you are, you will do it. The worst thing that we as humans can do, the worst thing that we do to ourselves is not sitting down and holding ourselves accountable. To sit down and think and say, am I on the right track? Did I do this well? Where am I headed? What do I want to do? What people don't like to do that. I've made this comment before that there's people who are afraid of silence. They can't stay at home by themselves for even, they can't be left alone for 5 minutes. They always have to be in a crowd talking this and that. For me, when my house, there's nobody home and I'm here by myself because I'm still working from home. I go one day into work, which is Mondays. I like it because it's like you're with your own thoughts. There's nobody bugging you, nobody making any noise. And I sit quietly and I enjoy it. Or if you are tired, you go and sleep. Sometimes you need rest. So walk through it and implement changes. It takes strength. Don't be a coward. A coward is somebody who refuses to see what is in front of them and acknowledge it and deal with it. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? I feel like there's nothing more to live for. I have nothing to do. What is wrong with me? Ask yourself those hard questions. And sometimes you have well-meaning people in your lives. Let me give you some advice. And I'm sure you probably know this already. If you've gone through the school of hard knocks like I have, it's not everybody that you talk to about your business. It's well-meaning people, okay, that are progressive, they are productive, and they are also headed in the same direction that you are headed. You can approach somebody that you trust and talk to them, and they may give you the benefit of their experience and say, hey, I went through that phase. This is how I handled it. Or you may choose to do this or do that one. And it's up to you. The final decision will always be yours. And then also become inspired again. Review your goals. There's certain things we say we want to do and then we don't do them. So maybe you go back, oh yeah, I remember 2 years ago I said I'll do this, I'll do that. Oh, whoa, what happened? What stopped me? And then you remember that, oh, yeah, there was a situation in my family that I had to deal with, or something came up and it stopped me. Why don't I look at it again? Yeah, so then there may be dreams, right, that you have ignored, and you go back, you pick it up, work on it, and it will motivate you again. What are your dreams? Some of us, we don't even know what our dreams are. We've buried them so deep because we are so afraid that if we branch out and do what we want to do, we'll blow up. I mean, blow up in a good way, that people will become intimidated, people will become scared. So we don't want to push, or we don't want to create any ruffles. We don't want to stir anything up. But who's losing out? You are. It's your life. And you are living quietly, timidly, because you're afraid of what people will say. Look, shine your shine. Don't go into those dark places where people will dim your light. Yes, this that I'm talking about, it comes with a lot of, what do you call it? Should I say pain? It's painful when you have to cut out from regular things that you do and embrace a new path. It's challenging. Are you up for it? Do you have what it takes? Look, if your life is important to you, you will. Uh, we were visiting a friend yesterday, and I think she made a comment that she had seen me on Facebook, and then she said, "What did she say?" She called me a soldier, and I looked at her, I laughed, but then I got thinking, I'm like, well, what does she mean by that? And I said, you know what? It doesn't matter. That's how her opinion is, that she thinks I'm a soldier the way I talk. Then I remember that Pastor P had told me before that when she heard me talk, she goes, who's this lady? She talks like she was a police person. It means that you're talking boldly. That's me, right? I'm not going to stop because of somebody's people's opinions. People don't understand, they don't get it. But those who are on the same path as you, they get you. That's what is important. Even if nobody gets you, it's your journey. Remember? Our people are so caught into the school of people pleasing. Public opinion is so important to us. Oh, what will people say? Oh, what will they think? Do they pay your rent? Do they pay your mortgage? Are they the one buying gas for your car? Do they feed you? Please, if you want to live your best life, sometimes you need to ask yourself these hard questions, cut to the chase, and move on. That's all that I'm going to say about that one. Also, try new things. Learn a new skill. Remember the example I gave? Oh, I want to take a course. What are you doing about it? Call the school. Okay? And when you have those abrofo people that you're talking to, go, pardon me, then you go like this. I am calling to ask about the business education. When you do that in person or on the phone, they get sheepish and they stop. And then they retrace, oh, blah, 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 and they become more helpful because they didn't think you would do that. Sometimes we need to have guts. Yeah. Don't let people trample on you and, oh, as for me, this and this and that, I don't speak English. Go there, call. You know something? In order not to make yourself uncomfortable or make you feel small or intimidated, you put your weakness out there first. You can call and say, hello, I am calling about this course. Let me put it this way. My English is, I'm not, but, try to understand me. This is what I'm asking for. And when sometimes they may get, oh, this, they go, oh, blah, blah. No, that is not what I mean. I am saying this, this, this. Is there somebody else I can speak to? Can I speak to your boss? And then, oh, no, I can handle it. And they'll help you. Okay. Sometimes you need to be bold. You are in a system, figure out how it works and stop living like you are back home. Back home is not here. Don't bring back home here and become rigid and don't change. Do things. Listen, especially if you have children in this system, you owe it to yourself to become your advocate and theirs. Your life is about building mansions. Your kids, they are not going back there. They are staying here. Push them so they go. Not that they won't go and visit. They'll go and visit if they want to, but going to live there, it's foreign to them. That is our reality. We got to deal with it. So new experiences also puts your energy on a new level. You know something? Schooling. When our community, when we talk of schooling, we only think of degrees and being a doctor and this and that. There's informal education, okay? Myself, a lot of things that I do, when I watch a lot of, my sisters on the same, hello, Miss Sage. How are you? Happy New Year. Welcome to the platform. Good to see you. So if there's a class, okay, there's free things on social media. Watch out for it, especially on Facebook. If it's something that piques your interest, go. It says register. If you register and you see a fee, oh, well, I can't afford this. Okay, back off. But a lot of these things, I've been repeating it. I've been saying it because I've been doing it. This is why I know. The first one is always free. They give information. Yeah, it's not all the information that they give you. After that, they make their offer and you have to pay. But let's be honest here. Let me ask you a question. A lot of times, won't you find out that the information that was even given in the free session, you didn't know it? I was in a session, I think 2 weeks ago or something, and I found out about all these other apps that a writer like me is supposed to know about. I'm like, oh, great. My trick about it is I have my big book. I put the points down. So I made sure I wrote down all the names. I haven't gone back, but it's in my book. Bring forward. It's a bring forward item. I'll look at it later. That's how you get knowledge. Okay? The other day, I was watching another sister's video, and then she was talking about some video app. I was going down there. I told her, I wrote a comment. I said, you've led me down the rabbit hole. I'm looking at all these videos because I want to learn. I'm curious. I want to know. When I started writing books, right, And I had a coach, like it's like a new world open up. It's not just about writing the books, marketing it, this and that. So I, at my age, and I'm not even, let me do put this qualifier. I'm not doing ageism here. I don't care. Age is a number. But in the scheme of things, our people, the way we think, somebody might say, oh, this woman, shouldn't she be dealing with her grandkids? And say, yeah, but grandma likes to learn. Grandma is, yeah, not grandma, not wife, not mother. Yah has ambitions. Yeah. So long as I have breath in me, I'll continue to keep pushing. And that's what I'm doing. And everybody's different. Some people are just content to sit there and do nothing. But for those who want to be on the path to success, these are little tips that you must become aware of. Open up yourself to your environment. There's free courses, even when in our area here, there's community league. So every so often you get these flyers that come out. There's some free classes. There's some classes that you pay $5, $10 to attend. What is $5? What is $10? Hey, the library is also another resource. I borrowed some books over the holidays. I'm so busy, I never read them. Tried to renew it online, it wouldn't work. For the second time, I had to go in. The lady was very helpful. She helped me change my pin and all that, and it worked. So now I was able to start receiving messages from the library. I got sent something. I looked at it. I thought, oh, I should like put it in a folder so I look at it. All the things that you can get from the libraries. There's a lot that happens in your local libraries that is free too. Even if it's $5, it's $10. Hey, we've paid money for things, for coaching and all that. Why wouldn't you pay $5, $10? You know? Last week, Sister Sika Educate had a thing about planning for 2023. I looked at it, $25. I'm like, what is $25 in the scheme of things? I paid and I went, and boy, was it ever good. So it's the mindset thing. You have to shift it. You have to think. You have to expand your mind. You see, the Bible tells us that as a man thinks, so is he. If you are coward and you are timid and you are negative and that's who you are, whatever comes out of your mouth will always be negative. It's not empowering anybody or building them up. For me, I choose to be an encourager. If you're doing something and it's not good, I'll tell you, but in a firm way that, listen, this thing that you are doing is not working for you. Try something different. If you're doing something and it's great, oh, wow, kudos to you. You are doing well. That's how we have to operate as a people. We don't know that. It's the put downs, the minimizing, the critiquing, not even critiquing, the bashing is what we do. But with that, it's already 10:03. Let me take a break and do some promos. Okay. So how is it going so far? Any feedback? All right, give me a second here. So at the beginning of the program, I was talking about what we do on this platform, YAA'S Book Corners. We do our Saturday Facebook Lives. During the week, there's videos that I do, beauty lessons from my second book, The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. And then there's Own It from my fourth book, which is an Amazon International bestseller. So by that reason, I'm an Amazon International bestselling author. Own It. It's a guide for taking accountability and responsibility for your own life journey. Some of these things that we're talking on the path to success, if you go on Amazon and you get that book, you will be inspired, because with that's where we come from. There's this feeling of entitlement. Somebody owes you. They'll do good for you. You don't even appreciate it. As I've heard most people say, when you send money home, you have to be the one to call them and ask them if they received it. They won't even call you to say thank you. These habits, these behaviors, we have to break off. We have to cut off. Yes. So Own It, and then we do pearls of wisdom, a passage from the Bible, and I share anything up to 20 minutes nuggets on how it applies to our daily living. A word for you is a clip less than a minute, also a passage from the Bible, just some nuggets that you can carry with you for the day. And then I do I'm forgetting something. Reflections is from my first book, Reflections from the for a Thirsty Soul. So I shall also share some nuggets from the book and some insights just to keep us going. Yes. As well, last but not the least, Auntie Yas Own It Academy, we provide book coaching, life coaching, and women empowerment. If any of what we are saying here resonates with you and you need help in getting yourself on track, contact us at ownitbooks@gmail.com. We are here to serve and support you. As well, Sister Ajuodo, she does Friday programs on Fridays at 5:30 Eastern time, because she comes on at 3:30 mine. She does a Brabo Musem life matters or matters. I don't know how to translate it into English. Yeah, she talks about different topics. Yesterday I wasn't able to fully listen because I was on another meeting. And then on Saturdays, she does programs with Reverend Samuel Okoso from Ghana. They talk about marriage lessons, but sometimes it's other topics that relates to life in general. Very insightful. Reverend Okoso is very knowledgeable. Do join them at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because she comes on at 1:30 my time Saturdays. Please join them. As well, Pastor Patience Edwards, she does health matters. She's an ASEA consultant. ASEA does a lot of things for the body, like your immune system. Let me take my paper and do this justice. It helps digestive system to work effectively. It maintains cardiovascular health, and it detoxifies toxins in the body. I take ASEA myself, and I can testify that yes, it does what it is supposed to do. As well, there's Life Transformation Center, which is a collaboration between myself, Pastor Patience Edwards, Mr. Kofi Martin Bebu, and Miss Felicia, Rich Lady in Scotland. We talk about different topics, diverse topics, finances, health, self-development. We usually have this program on Sundays at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. We are on a short break. We'll be back shortly. We'll put the date out when we're going to be coming back. Then we have other sisters who do other programs. Our sister Aisha Ankara always supports us. She doesn't do any programs, but she's in London. She sells Avon products and then Juice Blast. So please contact her if you're in that area. As well, she has another business going of some special pots and pans. She's been putting the ads on Facebook. So please contact her if you are interested. Then there's Sister Sika Educates. She also does programs. Oh, Sister Aisha, hello. I see you. Okay. Happy New Year, Sister Eunice. I hope you are doing well. How's my little man? Thank you. So, yes, Aisha, I've been seeing your ads about going to France, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I was there. Okay, maybe one day I'll end up in Paris. I want to go there so bad. Yes. So who have I missed? Yes, there's there's Angie Talks. She also does very knowledgeable health issues that she discusses on her platform. So there's any number of ladies who do programs, very educative programs. There's Amma Manson, there's Blessed Mandy, all of them. There's a whole wealth of them. Please contact them, patronize their programs. We learn a lot. It is a therapy. I like traveling. I like traveling, but I need to find some money. So yes, that is it right there. And this season, this is our first program in the new year. We are treating the path to success. The path to success. So every week there'll be a new topic, but I'm not going to be posting it. I'll just say path to success. So you have to join in and listen to what the topic might be. So next week, there'll be another topic. So right now, we've discussed what stagnation is. We've talked about how to overcome it. Yes. So I talked about, oh no, I'm in the wrong place. Yeah, my last comment was, trying new things. So then I'm just going to give you some quotes Let me read this. So I say change isn't risky. Being stagnant is, by Kylie Francis. I love that. I'll take it again. Change isn't risky. Being stagnant is. Think about it. Yes. And then the next one says, if all you can do is crawl, start crawling, by Rumi. You know, sometimes we think we can't do something. For me, what I get from this is start small. Just start. Don't sit there. Crawl. Start it. And the antidote to stagnation is innovation, by Robin S. Sharma. I'll take it again. The antidote to stagnation is innovation. Try something new. Get out of your own way. Okay. And then, of course, I'll add this last point about stagnation. Talk about what is bothering you. Don't let resentment build up in you. Sometimes there's, our anger and the loads, that emotional baggage that we're carrying around stops us from focusing on what we need to be doing. A lot of us have these issues. We come from a community where we are carrying a lot of trauma, if we'll be honest with ourselves, because of the harsh environment, insults. You can't speak the truth. Yes, you can't speak the truth. When you speak the truth, you get bashed. You, as a little child, if you do something, your parents will tell you, keep quiet, don't talk. People come to the house to see them. Oh, tell them I'm not here. So our foundations are just built on lies, and more lies. When you try to be honest, I was listening to a program on TikTok, and this guy was talking about how he had done so much good to people. And some woman, people were responding and saying, my friend, if you're going to be doing good and do this and this and that, you just die like that. Oh, like that's because this person's, it was a bit much, all in the name of I'm a Christian. Look, for me, maybe I'm wrong, but it works for me. I believe in practical Christianity. I used to do a program called Practical Nyamisem. God did not say because you're a Christian, be a doormat and let people walk all over you. So why do we have those verses about boldness, courage, strength in the Bible? Why is it there? If we were called to be doormats, he wouldn't be telling us that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. What else can I quote? There's so many other verses that relate to that. So put it in perspective and own your stuff. Don't say because, I'm supposed to do good, so your rent money, you give it away. You'll be evicted. It's not practical. Let's get away from that. We are the only people who are so religious, but we have not even developed. The Christians who are in the diaspora, North America, what have you, they use a lot of these books that we read. They are built on Christian principles. They use the knowledge from the Bible to create wealth. And you are sitting there every day, nyamio, nyamio, nyamio. What is that? I was talking with my mom the other day, and she was talking about something, some pastor or other, something about the person has a gift of praying for people and people get wealth. And then she made this comment that, is it wealth or is it the word of God? And I said, I'm not going to argue with this woman because we'll not finish the argument. She'll be like she's standing in the courtroom. I'm your daughter, not your client. So I was explaining it to another person, my sibling, and I said, the love of money is the root of all evil. It does not say money is the root of all evil. Okay, we get it all wrong. A lot of us in the African system, we think that because we are Christians, we are supposed to be poor. So my sister responded back and said, I understand what you are saying, your interpretation. Our older generation, they got it wrong. They did a number on us with it. Let's be practical. God is not calling you to live in poverty. So these are some of the things we have to be talking about. Sister Adjoa says, sadly, many people are more inclined to believe the lies because they themselves do not want to work on themselves to change for the better. That is it there, my sister. It's like if you don't want to change, then, well, there you are. Oh, okay, I thought I'd finished with stagnation, but there's more. There's also fear. Fear stops us from confronting things and taking action to accomplish our goals. Fear is a big one. Fear is a big one. If you've listened to me, I'm always quoting, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, because it bothers me to know and how timid we are. Look, yeah, Christopher Mappa. We go to church, we're quoting the Bible, we're doing this, we're doing that, but you see somebody and what comes out of their mouth does not line up with the word of God. And I'm like, what? What are we doing? I'm not saying I have it all right, or I have my days, but surely I've taken the time to say, this is not what it should be. It should be that way. Oh, hello, Jocelyn. How are you? I saw your pictures. You had a lot of fun. We have to talk, right? I'm so glad you enjoyed your time with your family. It was beautiful. I like this, Eunice. It says when you talk about financial management, you're a backslider. Yeah, like we have to shift. Sister Eunice, I think you have to come back for a program. We have to talk again. Sister Adwa says taking shortcuts with no strategic plans will always not end well. Yes, we are so much for shortcuts. Shortcuts doesn't work. Do the work. Go the proper channels. 1, 2, 3, A to B. You don't jump from A to E. It won't work. Oh, good, good, good. So, and then oh, thank you, my dear. Yeah, concentrate on you, not others. This is another one. You see, today, today I think that today we'll talk. I'll be going over the time. You see, concentrate on you, not others. We are so other focused that we forget ourselves. Every time we want to help people, but we're not working on ourselves, and we're running around giving people advice, and yet we're not living by that same advice. Do you. When your cup is full, then you can pour effectively into others. You have only this amount in you. Your fuel is like that. And you are running around wanting to influence people, impact people, but you have nothing in you. You are only helping them to sink further into the stagnation, because you're telling them, oh, it can't be done because you haven't done your work. You can't talk to people and then you sit back and not do work. Then stop advising people. Stop. And, it's like focus on what you want out of life. Don't compare yourself to others. Everybody is running a different race. Okay? Everybody is running a different race. I can't do what Adwo does. Adwo can't do what I'm doing. We're all different. Pastor P is doing something different. This person, but we are all learning from each other. Okay? But if you're going to sit there and say, oh, as for me, this, so I can't. As for me, that, I'm not going to listen to that person. That's your issue. Okay? For me right now, anything to do with me is about learning. If I want to learn, so long as I'm interested, I'm going to go and listen. Mr. Eunice says, we have used Christosome to cover our inactions. Thank you. It's a crutch, a very big crutch, and it needs to be dismantled. But when you go and say, they'll say, oh, thank you, procrastination. That is it. Procrastination and stagnation, they go together. So, and the other thing is interact with your communities. I'll explain that. I'm not just saying that just stay in your own circles, as most of our people do. No, expand yourself. Do you know where you can branch out to? Church. Church, if you are going to a church full of mixed people, you'll get a lot out of that, interacting with other people from other backgrounds. It's very helpful. And then the gyms, associations, school functions. Associations, I'm not talking of a cool that doesn't help anybody because you are in a cool, because you pay money so that if a family member dies, then this or that or that. No. That's not what we mean. Beneficial things. If somebody says, so I'm doing a women empowerment such and such, wouldn't you want to go and listen in or even offer something? It's about time these collaborations happen, because the younger women, they need people to talk to them. And where are we? We, the older women, especially in our communities, running around talking about Mema and Odie and this and that. That's all that is on the minds. You'll be so disturbed if you hear some of the conversations going on. Sister Adjoa says, we are our own miracles, and yet majority tend to run foolish races by giving their power away to the wrong people and or chase conditions. Something about love, like, chasing love. It all starts from you have to love yourself. How you show up in the world will determine how you get treated by people. Focus on you, grow yourself, develop yourself. Okay. So in like when you're in these groupings, you branch out, you learn things, right? Because these activities provide emotional, creative support, and it helps us to push in life. Like for me, I say when I listen to these programs, I learn something new and I write down different apps. I got another email and there's another presentation on Monday. Mind you, the last one took long. So I'm like, 2 hours, but then I see things, voiceover, this, that. I'm like, oh, I'm interested. It may not be something you are doing, but you're just learning by going to listen, you know? So I'll move on to comfort zone. So what is our comfort zone? It's a psychological state in which a person feels at ease because they are not being tested. In tree, there's something that says, "Baby, let's stay here." I'm here. Like you are stuck there. This is I go to my work. I come home. I eat my fufu. I watch a Nigerian movie. I watch whatever, and that's it. I wake up the next day. You are not even asking how your kid's doing in school. You won't even go and ask any questions of the teacher because of the timidity. You are so afraid to do those kinds of things. What is your child going to do? They are left at the mercy of the system. Listen, when they see that your kids have no support, that's when the labeling and what have you starts. Get involved. It's not all about you, it's about the next generation. These things that we are talking about, if it was just about us, we'd just stop talking. But the next generation, we need to help them to be better. What you couldn't do, your child has to do it and better. Because yes, you are building your mansions, but you are not advocating and pushing your kids, and then they'll come and be in the same frustrated situations that you are at the lower ranks of the society, doing the menial jobs. You know what? AI is coming or has come. Artificial intelligence, a lot of these jobs are not even going to be available anymore. You know that there's grocery stores that you go to now that there's no cashier. You just do whatever and you pick your stuff and you get out. So where are those jobs going to be? So these people in their comfort zones, they don't like to engage in new activities. Yeah. Oh, hello, Obakate. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome. Sister Adjoa says the dysfunctional mindsets are abundant all around, which is so unfortunate for many. My priority is focus on myself before anyone else, because if I do not take care of me, no one will. Sajua, the thing is, if everybody was taking care of themselves, doing what they were supposed to do, growing themselves, growing their mind, growing their emotions, all that, there'll be better interactions, not what we are seeing around. Yeah. And it's not everybody who gets, I call something the script. The script to me is the religious and cultural conditioning that we women especially were put into. Oh, this is what is expected of your body, this and that. And the church says this and that. I got the memo, my own memo, that no, I don't have to be like that. I can do what is good for me, what is better for me, and so worship my God without feeling condemned because I am a woman. Because we're using the culture and the religion to beat people into submission. And that is not right. It's uncalled for. I mean, you just have to leave people to be themselves. We are all different. Some women may choose to be vocal, some may be quiet, some may be in between. It is okay. And what about the men? Same. But let's not be beating each other, bashing each other up. After all, we are called to love, and then we sit around using yamisum. When you go on TikTok and you hear some of these discussions and how the men think women should, it's so sad. It is so, so sad that in this day and age, the year 2023, We think that women are second-class citizens and they have to be put in their place. Look, I know that on both sides, people are doing all kinds of things, but we need to be very careful. If you, the individual, will take responsibility for yourself, you'll have better outcomes. That is all that I can say. Take responsibility for yourself. Get the book, own it on Amazon. Okay, yeah, for that, Tobra, guide to taking accountability, responsibility, and accountability for your own life journey. Yeah. And then to a person who is comfortable or in their comfort zone, they don't take on any new challenges. They only participate in activities that they are familiar with. It makes them feel in control of their environment. Yes, I did this and I failed. So I'm in my comfort zone here of failure. And if you come and talk to me about anything, all I'll tell you, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. And that's all. That is their message to the world. This doesn't work. It can't be done. And then when you go and do it and you come, oh, how did you do it? There's ways. You look, if you are so used to being in a crowd, always in a crowd, and still want to do your own things, there are certain things you have to do. You need to let's start cutting people off. Either that or hold your own when you are in these circles, because they'll beat you, they'll bully you. Is your life worth that? Are those people so important? They get to determine what your outcomes are going to be. I'm sorry, I don't do that. There's places that I don't go to anymore. I can't be bothered. You have to be you. Look, it's not everybody who like you. People who smile at you, they're not necessarily the people who like you. You need to think and tell yourself, you know what? This is me. This is my journey. It's got nothing to do with you. Sister Adjoa says, it seems most people want to navigate everyone else's lives but their own. When things go south, they blame it on others to avoid taking accountability. Shameful and pitiful behaviors. That is it right there. You're welcome, Sister Aisha. You know, it's very sad. So you know what? You need to leave the comfort zone and enter the growth zone. You need a roadmap for that. Yes. You need resilience. And then you need to do everyday things differently. You have to take the challenge. I'll give you an example. Hello, Sister Edna. How are you? So, a lot of times when you're driving, you're not paying attention, right? You're not looking around. But when you become the passenger, you're going along the same route and you go, oh, look at that house. I never saw that before. You've driven along that route all the time. Next time you see something different. That's what I'm saying. Take control of your environment, like be responsible. Like when you're walking, even going on a walk, look around you, observe, be happy, observe new things. Even going for a walk is invigorating. Oh, there's that bird chirping. Oh, there's a nest in that tree. I never saw that before. It seems very basic, but when you are making this change, it's not easy. You have to do it little itsy bitsy steps. So anything that makes you feel, oh, I made progress today. You know, Pastor P put a post out, whether it was yesterday or today, I can't remember, about excuse me, be happy with the small wins. That's how you have to take it. A lot of us, we think as soon as we start, boom, we have to be over there. So when you take a fall at mile 2, then you are done. Okay? No. Saisha says, this is my journey and it's got nothing to do with you. Love that thing. Because if we don't put that in perspective, we'll always be listening, jumping to people's tunes. Mr. Adjoa says some people live their entire lives to elevate themselves by defaming others due to their goalless mindsets. Oh, Sister Adjoa, this here is a huge topic in itself. And Sister Eunice says going to the park, good therapy, not our culture, but very good. I go to the park. You listen, Sister Eunice, on a good day, right now, says snow is out there and all that. You can drive, you can walk there, but even if it's in your neighborhood, you know, like in my neighborhood, the north side is a big area. You can drive to a particular park you like at some quiet times of the day when kids are not playing. Take your book with you, sit on a bench, observe life, read a bit, whatever. Yeah, you see, yeah, we're broad trip, but we haven't learned some of these things. What are we doing? You came here for the benefit, like, okay, oh, I came, maybe Pesika Kofi, I'm come to find money to take back home. But the thing is, are you enjoying the environment in which you are? You are not in the same environment. Listen, I say I took some values that I brought from where I came from. I added those from here, put it together, and I'm living my life. But don't come with just your values and sit here and not engage the community or the society in which you live. That's a no-no. Sister Eunice says, trying new and little things that don't cost. Thank you. There are so many of them too. There's so many out there that you'd be amazed the free things that you can do if you. I mentioned earlier that in our area that we have community leagues, so flyers come around and you see things, and some of them are just free. Go do it. Even the library, especially those of you with kids. So yeah, I'm going to read you some quotes about leaving your comfort zone. Life always begins with one step outside of your comfort zone. Shannon L. Alder, thank you very much. Life always begins with one step outside of your comfort zone. Second, we have to be honest about what we want and take risks rather than lie to ourselves and make excuses to stay in our comfort zone. That is by Roy Bennett, The Excuses. And then also, do one thing every day that scares you. That's Eleanor Roosevelt. She was the wife of a president. She's my favorite all-time quote from her. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. I'll take what she says here. Do one thing every day that scares you. That's how you get out of your comfort zone and stagnation. You say, oh, I couldn't do this, but I tried it. Technology, as my daughters will call me, the boomers. Sometimes you are trying to do something. A lot of times you call them for help. One time, I'm forgetting what it was. I said, oh, hey, Nana, there was this thing, but instead of calling you, I figured it out and I did it. And she made some snide remark and we laughed. I said, yes, I tried. To me, I said, I'm not going to ask for help. I can do this. And I did it. So test yourself, push yourself. You're learning a lot here. Okay, thank you, Sister Edna. Okay, so what's the next one? So with this same situation with a comfort zone, expand your skill sets, get creative, right? Train yourself to have a growth mindset. That involves risk. Growth mindset. Read, do this. Look, I've become so lazy about reading, but I have the books. When I take it, I read a little bit. You get a lot of, how do you call it? Nuggets, little things. It expands your mind. And this urban myth or whatever it is about saying that if you want to hide something from Obibini man, then you put it in a book. We have to get away from it. There's audios, there's whatever. Every day you listen a little bit, you get something out of it. Write it down, Sister Joa says, personally, I feel that there need to be a serious constructive dissuasion or discussion about the immorality and ties to our culture to suppress him. Oh, I tell you, Sister Joa, the day that discussion will happen, I think social media be blow up. Maybe we need to have a panel. Let's organize something and come and talk. Everybody can come and talk. Oh dear. And then challenge your beliefs. Beliefs. So read, expand your circle, visit new places. Being stuck in our old ways leads to complacency. These things we are talking about is not a brofo lifestyle. Yeah, every time we are brofo no, yes, no, you are here. You also enjoy it. Okay, there's this place here, Mutard Conservatory. There's certain things that you live in the city, but you've not gone to see before. And so a few weeks ago, well, before Christmas, the season group at our church, the people over 60, they said, oh, let's go to Mutart Conservatory and meet at the church later. So my Nigerian friend Fola and I, we went, and I'm going, oh wow. I should tell her yesterday on the news there's a new exhibit, some big globe or something. I was saying to myself, I should tell her, hey, there's a new exhibit. Do we want to go see it? Like, you do something once, next time you want to try again. Like me sitting here, I've lived in this town here for how many years? The new hockey arena, Rogers Place, Edmonton Oilers, in the province of Alberta in Canada. I'd never gone to a hockey game. December 17th, my daughter dragged me to one. I enjoyed it. It's not even the hockey, because where we are sitting, okay, you see the park is moving so fast that you have to look on the screens to know what is happening a lot of times. So my younger daughter said, yeah, I couldn't even see what was. I said, that's it. But the excitement, all the encomiums going on, the noise, the music, boom, 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 it was just fascinating. So my oldest daughter said, oh, should we go again? The younger one said, so I'm not spending my money. I said, I'm going. So February, we're going to another one. Enjoy the things around you, you know? Sister Eunice says, and our taxes finance most of these things in our communities. Exactly. It's there for your benefit. So, and then also, the next thing, practice honesty. It forces people out of their comfort zones. It helps us understand each other better and builds deeper bonds with each other. That is, I don't want to be snarky or snide, but I'm reading it. I'm saying, do we know that in our community, basic trust is an issue, but you need this to build solid foundations, bonding with people, with each other, and growing. So we've said a lot today. This is Auntie YAA'S Book Corner. Excuse me. Today is our first day back from the holidays, so we are doing a series, The Path to Success. And we've talked about stagnations, comfort zones being unproductive territory. So at the beginning of the year, we all set goals. Or even if it's not goals, oh, my New Year resolution is this. In January, you go take a drive around any gyms or, exercise facilities that you see the parking lot is full. Just do that once in January. Go back at the beginning of February and see. Okay? The parking lot would have emptied out by then. But life is not just about making resolutions. You actually have to be serious. For me, I said I was an agenda person. I write things down. Then I got into actual planning. And I'm figuring that now that little things that I do, I'm able to write and say, oh, I achieved this or I accomplished this. And it makes me feel good that, oh, okay, you see what you are doing. And it makes you more serious to want to push in doing the goals that you are doing. And you have to take little steps. Be happy with the little wins. Don't stay in stagnation. Like your life is whittling away. Okay, I started this Facebook Live at 9:30. It's 10:37. 9:30 is not coming back. We've been an hour and 7 minutes now. And so when you think of time in that perspective, you won't sit around wasting time. You have to do what you have to do. When I woke up this morning, I said to myself, oh, yesterday I didn't do anything because I didn't remember writing anything in my planner, or I have to go back if and I'm like, okay, that is okay. Next time, focus or do something. Keep records of what you are doing, because you can go back. People write journals, their prayers or whatever, or things they want to accomplish. And they say, I go back and look back and I go, wow, I've been able to do what I said I would, or wow, I didn't do this, but maybe I'll retweak it and do that. So you're not meant to live a stagnant life. A stagnant life is a joyless life, a dry life. There are people who are so shriveled, pruny, and then they visit you with their negativity, their bitterness, their resentment. You go into public settings, there's people who see you come and then their face is just, they don't even know you, but just and then you look at them and you think it's you. My dear, they have the problem, not you, because they refuse to do their work. You need to work on yourself. You need to work on yourself. You are here for a purpose. Even if I'm not saying that everybody is going to go win the Nobel Peace Prize, but success, you define your success. What does it mean to you? What do you want to be? What do you want to accomplish in life? If you stagnate, opportunities pass you by. I'm sure you've had friends who've come to you and say, hey, it's possible to do this. I've heard of this. Oh, okay, I'll get to it. A lot of us, you hear things like, oh, come and register for this. Come and do this. Last minute people. No. If you want to do something, get on it and do it. Like me complaining about, oh, that person, when I went to their thing last time, it was 2 hours. When I get off, I should remember to register. I can go on for an hour or something. If it's interest, well, it depends. Tuesday, I have to be up early, so maybe I might not spend all that time. But I'm saying that you have to talk yourself through these things. What am I going to do? Will I do it or won't I do it? You make the decisions. Don't sit there. Okay? Being so stagnating is not, shouldn't be your plan A in life. Don't stay the same, so you're going to drift through life and then die, and that brain would be gone with you. You only used your brain, only 2% of your brain's potential. What happened to the 98? We are living dull lives. You see people, oh, I'm a wife. I'm sorry, I'm a woman, so I have to talk about women. I'm a wife, and you see them in public places, I'm a wife, and boom. So is that it? And they are not happy. So were you called to more than cooking and cleaning? Cooking and cleaning is fine, but what are your ambitions? What are your goals? And then these same women, they see you, oh, you people are too troublesome, always talking, always this, a woman, this, who said? I don't go by a woman said. God created me. He said I should come and do something, and I'm doing it. We all have a purpose on this earth. You need to figure it out. And if you're not happy, don't make other people miserable. So don't stagnate. Get out of your comfort zones. Have a growth mindset. Look at opportunities with a different eye. If you're feeling stagnated or your feelings, deal with your feelings. We're people who don't deal with feelings. We think, oh, bro, they say, see, I know not this and that. No. You have feelings too. You're not a robot. Take accountability for it. Work through your issues. Okay? The path to success is not an easy one. If you want to grow and develop, you have to make the effort. Yes. Sister Uni says, ain't entertaining any negativities. So if somebody has any comments to make, I can share the link if you want to come on and share your thoughts or share your comments. But otherwise, if nobody comes on, then it will be I've shared the link. So if you want to come on and give a perspective, 2-minute perspective before we wrap up, that would be good. But otherwise, next week we'll be back with another topic under the path to success. Like I say, I'm piquing your curiosity. I'm not going to be posting what the topic is. I'll just say the path to success. We continue with a different topic. So if you're curious, you come in and you find out what it is. I believe it will be a 4 to 6 path series before we move on to something else. Oh, no problem. Thank you too for being here. So if nobody is coming, then I'll say that we are done for today. I do hope that you took something out of it. Yes, we are here. We all listen to other people. We listen to the Tony Robbins, the Oprahs, who can I name? Or we're reading their books. I hear that Michelle Obama's second book is really good. A colleague at work was telling me. So whatever you do in life, you also seek to inspire other people. For me, I used to be a very shy and timid person. I wouldn't say boo to a dog. Yeah. But when I came to this environment and I realized that I did not live under my parents' umbrella or control anymore, I had to figure life out for myself. I had to learn to speak up. And I did. So it's called holding your own. Get yourselves the skills, the tools, whatever you need for your life journey, and build yourself up. That is what will make you get out of any unproductive territory. Stagnation and being in your comfort zone for life is not the thing you want to do. You have to live your best life. So with that, I'll say bye for now. Thank you all for being on the platform. I can't mention all the names, so you know who you are. For anybody who comes after, please leave us your comments, and do watch out on this platform for the videos that will come out. As well, I put a post out about my new books. Please help me pick a cover. I'm going to make a decision soon, so if you can go to my wall, YAA'S, and look for that post and tell me your pick, I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. God bless you all. And remember, live a productive life. Challenge yourself to get out of stagnation and your comfort zone. You will enjoy the journey. Take care, okay? Bye.